of enhanced mass voter registration. But even in that expectation, only about 2.3 million young people showed up as new voters.
Right.
Okay, so they were registered to be able to vote.
Right.
But in the totality of what numbers IEBC expected, we had 22 million registered voters.
Right.
And about 8.6 million of them were young people.
Right.
Out of which about 2.3 were new voters. In 2026, moving to 2027, IEBC is targeting about an additional 6 million, yeah? So 28.6 million voters for 2027. And out of this, they are anticipating around 6.4 million new voters. IEBC has tried over time to ensure that young people are out there registering ETC, but that process has not been very well. And out of this now, Syrian in numbers process, we are seeing young people are getting motivated to go out there. And we had the chairman saying that they've actually registered very good improvement. I'm just wondering, how will this be sustained? Because we've seen a similar process from our past processes of voter registration. But now we have a much more need, especially from a build-up of June 2024, many things. And in your opening remarks, you said that change is desired over people that have actually experienced pain. So that there's something that is supposed to spur these young people. How will we sustain the registration process and the actual voting so that the change that is desired is felt?
Right. Previously, the knowledge around the need to vote. I mean, think about it from 22 million people. How many people really turned up to vote? If you do your calculations, what percentage of 22 million? So even if you have 2-3 million people not yet voting, it simply means there is an illiteracy around the power of voting. So what we are dealing with now, and I would request that, especially if you're outside there and you are a politician, this is not 2022, this is not 2017, this is not 2012. So we cannot use past experiences. Why? Because the pain has gotten to the neck of the people. So we are dealing with a very different demographic point of view, looking at what is really happening. The change, people right now have realized that my vote means something. And this is why you are noticing there is no money being used. There are no people that are outside there that are actually sponsoring to Kokadi. Personally, I know what I'm saying.
Right.
This thing it's literally a transparent thing that is happening. What does that tell you? Unlike 2022 and unlike 2017 and before, you realize that people have woken up to know that if I don't participate, I will keep experiencing the same pain. So if I want this pain to go away, my need to participate into this electoral system must be sure. Right. So we are dealing with a knowledgeable people that have been brought to a certain corner through the pain they have experienced, through deaths of people like Akina Rex Masai. I mean, just imagine the people that died, gunshots and whatever. And I've sat down with this kind of people. So by the time you now see someone like Ademba, coming out and just using his social media platform, to the point where now you're seeing the president speaking about to Kokadi, that's telling you that people have woken up and they're like, wait. So this issue of card, you remember 2024 we started by street. Street took us. Don't say we failed. We didn't fail.
We did, yeah.
We brought this nation to a standstill. Apart from the fact that young people went to parliament to eat rice, that's another story for another day. Parliament is not for eating rice. It is for laws. So what would have been better, they should, the speaker was there and the members of parliament were there. Don't burn the building. It's your money. Just put them and then put a new law. If you steal, you are unanyongwa. If you would have just used that opportunity instead of wearing speaker clothes and it looking like a mantle to some people, and taking that golden stuff and and such kind of things and eating rice, would have used that opportunity too. But you see, even between now 2024 and now, the young people now, you can see they are using a more mature way to approach this issue. And they are saying, what, now we know that there are two ways to take a nation, either through an electoral process or coup. Coup is not applicable, not necessarily not applicable because we have people like Traore doing it, but how many Traores do you expect? It's a gamble. How many Traores do you expect to find in different nations? A very different context. That's a totally different side of the world. So looking at it from that point of view is that the young people are now coming out, and you can see that their minds have opened up, and they now know that if I participate, my one vote. And by the way, this mentality of saying kura yako siri yako, there are no secrets anymore. 2027, we are taking pictures of who we are voting for. There is not, in fact, kura yako kujua kwetu. All of us will know John CW voted for you, John CW voted for you, and John CW voted for you. So we are dealing with a different time zone. Let's no one use the past and try to ascertain that the future will look the same. The young people have woken up. They know that it's their responsibility to put people in power. And by the way, do not neglect these young people. 70% of Kenya belongs to them. Think about that.
You mentioned that the hope for change is greater than the pain of